Sorry for keep you waiting. So let's start with the introduction. Let me introduce myself, a little bit about myself. So I'm Costa. I have around 7 years of experience, almost, in IT, and I started my journey as in TCS as a web. I was a web developer there, mostly working on JSF, Java. Then I moved to data engineering in TCS itself. There we worked with Hadoop, Spark, and big data stuff. Then I moved to Oracle. There I was an application engineer. I was working on the Oracle's CRM, cloud CRM. Then from Oracle, I realized that it was time to move again. So I again moved to Google while looking for a job. And in Google, we are again an application engineer. I'm again an application engineer, and what we actually work around is uh, remote collaboration and supply chain management. So that's about me. How about you? Introduce yourself as well. Just a second. Just a second. Just a second. I guess your audio is not getting recorded. Let me just check once. Sorry. Yeah. Let's start. How about you tell us a bit about yourself as well, Richard?
So I'm Richard Nakra. I'm third year undergraduate student doing my bachelor's in computer science from
Mm-hmm.
SRM University. And I have worked on mainly I have worked on web development until now and worked on some projects like e-commerce website and social media website.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my main experience in this web development only, and I'm also interested in DSA. Not good means perfect in, but yeah, I'm interested in it. So yeah, that's about me.
Cool, 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 cool. So let's start our interview. So we will have 45 minutes, right?
Okay.
And within that 45 minutes, I would give you a question. You would try to solve it.
Okay.
I may give you a follow-up question as well if required, if we have time.
Sure.
Then I would give you a feedback about it. Cool.
Sure.
So here is your question.
Okay.
So you would be given two inputs. One would be a string and the other would be a pattern, right? And pattern would contain a question mark or an asterisk. A question mark
Okay.
signifies that it can match any single character.
Okay.
However, the asterisk signifies that it matches any sequence of characters, including
Yeah.
an empty sequence, right? So the matching should cover the entire input string and not partial, right? So the entire input string should match. So
Entire.
input
The,
string,
okay. The pattern should match the entire input string.
right, right, right. So if you consider example one, so the pattern
Yes. Sir.
doesn't match the entire input string, it matches just
Yes. Sir.
partially,
Yes.
so it is a false.
Okay.
However, for the second input, if you notice that the pattern actually matches the entire input string because it can be any number of sequence of any it can be the sequence can be of any length and of any character.
Okay.
So it matches AA, right? So now
Yes.
if
Sir.
you consider CB, it is false because question mark matches only a single character. So it can match C, but then we have a B which doesn't match A. So hence on, henceforth.
Example 4. Star A star B. So sir, star. Acha, including sequence also. Star can also match empty sequence.
Yes, certainly.
Okay. So A. The last is B. It's good. Okay. A. The first solution that comes to my mind basically is recursive solution,
Mm-hmm.
in which what can I do is keep the index of both and I'll call a recursive function.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check first of all if it's not a star or a question mark, then we'll directly match the characters. If they match, then we'll move forward the indices of both by one. Otherwise, we'll return false from there directly. And if they are star or like question mark, in case of question mark, like we can directly move forward because question mark can match any single character. And in case of star, we will try multiple cases, like we'll try to match it with length 1, length 2, something like that. So
Can
is
you
my
give me
solution.
can you give me an example?
Sure, sir. Just a second. For example, let's.
Try on the next page.
Okay, sure, sir, sure.
You have constraints. And-
I'm taking
Go
this
ahead.
example. Yes, sir, I'm taking this example. Just I'm copying. In my function, I will take the index one, like index of string, and take the index of pattern, and we'll take the strings also. Yes, string P. Now I'll check if they are not special characters. The example I have to give it by code or just I means dry run on the test case.
So I just want you to give me an approach, like the approach
Okay,
which you
approach.
gave me. Not
Yes, sir.
if I do
So
not understand it.
okay, sure, sir.
Okay.
So okay, sir. Let's say now I'm on the index zero of the pattern and string. Like the current in my recursive function, I'll be calling the recursive function where I'll be giving the index of string as zero at first,
Mm-hmm.
and also the index of the pattern also zero.
Okay.
Now I'll check whether like in the index of pattern, I'll check if it's a special character, that is either a star or a question mark. So in the case of this example, it's a star. So what I'll do is I'll try to like match multiple lengths with it. First of all, I'll call it directly. Like let's say I can take star as a means empty string. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll directly call the recursion as index of star plus one and index of pattern plus one. Because I'm taking, sorry, not index of string. I'll keep the index of string same and I'll call index of pattern plus one because I'm taking the star as a length zero substring, like a string. Because we can take star as a subsequence of zero length. So is that clear?
So why are you taking a star as a sequence of zero? It could be
Yes, sir,
multiple.
because it would not like include in the answer. It would not contribute in the answer. Like in the case of this case, in this case, the initial star isn't contributing to our answer. So like star can be like take multiple lengths. Like it can be one, it can be two.
Okay.
So for
Okay. Okay.
example, yeah,
So you would be having multiple recursions.
yeah, multiple recursions. Sir. And what I'm planning to do is to optimize it is keep a memoization table. So
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
what's that?
Let's talk about the memoized
Yes,
solution.
sir, the memoization table will be something like a DP, like let's take an 2D array, which will be of length of like the string dot length
Mm-hmm.
and pattern dot length. So basically, the memoization table will be, for example, if I have calculated an answer for like 0, 1, 2, 3, for third index and second index from here. So basically, I'll store that answer here. So if in case again I'm calling on that particular case, so I'll directly get a true or false, that whether this combination will return me a true or false. So I'll store that in this memoization table.
How would you? What would be the logic of deciding whether at a particular index
Yes, sir.
at a particular combination, whether it would be true or
Uh,
false. So let me
uh,
1, 2,
yes.
3, 4, 5. So it is first string is your rows and this is your column, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So let me insert a table in here. So it is easier for you. Right? So what you're saying is we will have rows. So A, D, C, E, D, right? And here we will have A, sorry, star,
Star.
A, star, B. How are you going to do? How are you going to
Oh, okay, sir.
calculate?
How am I going to calculate? So, for example, in the case of this last case, that is B and B,
Okay,
on this column, it will be a true.
right, sure.
Okay, sir. So, okay. And in case of E, B, and B, it will be a false.
So what sequence are you considering here? EB and B, is it?
Yes, sir. Is it?
So you
No,
are taking,
sorry. Yeah. Uh,
or are you saying it is A, D, C, E, and this? Which sequence are you taking?
just a second, sir. 0. No, sir. I'm not considering it from the top. I'm considering from bottom.
So you're saying B, E, and B.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Isn't that correct, sir?
I don't know. You can.
Okay. Just a second. Sir,
I'm
just give
just
me a
I'm,
minute.
I'm, I'm
I'll.
just trying to understand your solution. That's it. So
Okay, sorry, sir. Just give me a minute. I'll try to like comprehend the solution,
yeah, yeah,
like
sure, sure, sure.
explain it in a
Take-
better way. Just a minute. Sir.
So you can speak while you are. I mean, I'm not.
Sorry, sir.
I'll not interrupt you. You can speak what you're thinking and how you're filling up these words.
Okay. So basically, I'm just considering like for this column, I'm considering the string A star B and EB. So basically, the A and E initially doesn't match, so I'm directly filling a false. And why I filled a true here is star B and EB matches. Same case, CEB and star B also matches because star will match the CE and the B is the last character which again matches. So basically, in this column, there is a star in front of B. So whatever B in front of like this string, like A, B, C, E, whatever be there in front of this star B can match all of them. So that's what this column is about. Like this column says A, B, C, E, B matches star B. This
Right.
column says that. Okay.
Right.
And similarly, this column says D, C, E, B matches star B, this column. So that's why I have written a T here that says true.
Right.
And okay, I'm moving here. So like here, EB and A star B will give us a false. So now
Right.
CEB and A star B again it's a false. DCEB A star B again it's a false. Yeah,
Right.
and ADCEB and A star B. So we can see that ADCEB. So A and A matches. So what I'll do is I'll move a step forward, like a step forward in both the substrings. That is, I'll come to this column. So this column will give us a true. So I'll put a true here. Like A and A, the initial parts of these both substrings, like A star B and ADCEB. So the
Right.
first character of both of them matches. So what we'll do is we'll move a step forward in both of them, like star B and DCEB, and star B and DCBE is this column, this one right here, star B and DCEB. So
Mhm.
it gives us a true, and as their first character matches, so we'll directly take the answer of this what we'll say recursive call or the DP solution. So it's a true here. And
So
now,
if
yes, sir.
A matches A,
Yes, sir.
what you're going to do is you're going to check uh, the previous, you're going to check the previous row
Yeah, then, yeah,
and the
basically the
previous and the next column.
next column. Yes, sir. So that is DCEB and star B, which is a true here.
Which is it true? So why are we checking this?
Sir,
What is the
because
logic behind that?
yes, sir, the logic is that the first character of both of them matches. So the answer will depend on whether the remaining part of the string will give us a pattern that matches or not. Because the first character matches, so we can be sure. Now we will depend on our recursive call that tell for example, I came to know that first character of both of them matches. So what
Mhm.
I'll do is now I'll make a recursive call. So it's their task to tell me whether it matches or not, and that thing we have pre-calculated,
Hmm.
which is
Got it.
in this. If not, then also we'll calculate it and we'll store that answer. So in case if we need to calculate it again in some other case, then we have that in our memorization table, so we don't have to do all that stuff again to optimize the time complexity.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is my approach a little bit clear now?
Yes,
So
let me
sir,
know.
shall I fill the table more? Like for here.
So what if uh, so what if we have we
Yes.
have C here, the question.
Okay, is C here and a question mark? Okay,
How would this change? So
okay, so
let me keep
shall
it
I
as it
remove?
is. Let's keep it as it is.
Okay,
Let's
okay,
not
okay, okay.
remove the solution. So C
C
and question.
and
Now how
and
would it change?
okay, sir.
So it's still true, right?
Yeah, the B and B, it's again still true.
And
And
can you once give me the logic behind this particular problem?
the okay, the this particular okay, once just a minute, sir. So here star A, star B and B. So okay, what we can do is star can match any particular length. So first I can consider it as a zero.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, but in that case I'm getting a false, because if I consider it as a zero, I'll just move to the next part, like A star B and this only B, which is again a false. So okay, just a minute, sir.
So it's B and star A star.
B. Okay. So if I make B match with a star, then also it's a false. Okay. So basically, sir, let's say if I make this B match with this star, and I'll move to the next part of both of them, uh, which will be A star B and an empty length of no. Okay, so the B will become empty length. Just a second, sir. So, sir, the call probably that will be here is I will make star match with B and call the next recursive function, which will make the length of our string as 0 and the length of our pattern as like 3, which is also having a at its beginning. Either it would be having a star, then the case would be different, but it's having a, so this will also be a false. I tried to fill the rest of the columns, sir. Just a second.
Right.
Oh, sorry. match star with E and colon A star B and B, which is again a false. I'll try to match star with EB and call on the empty string and the remaining part of the pattern, which will again be a false. Okay. And now I'll try to match star with C and call on the EB and A star B, which is again a false. I'll try to match star with CE, EE, okay, and call on B and A star B, which is again a false. I try to match star with CEB and call on empty string and the pattern remaining, which is again a false.
Right.
Now the case here is the same. I'll try to match star with D, DC, D and call on CEB and A star B, which is again a false. Similarly for DC and A star B, similarly for DCE and A star B, similarly for DCEB and A star B. They all are again a false. Okay, so now I'll try to match star with A and call on DCEB and A star B. Which is again a false. I'll try to match star with AD and call on CEB and A star B. This will again come as a false. Okay. Okay, just a second. I'll try to okay. I'll try to match star with an empty string and call on A, D, C, E, B and A star B, which is this column.
Okay.
So it will give us a true. So
Why?
yeah, sir.
Again, explain me why it is a true.
Yes, sir. Just a second. I'll try to match star with zero length string. Zero length means star is nothing. So what we'll do, I'll shift star as zero length. So A star B and ADCEB is our recursive call. And A star B and ADCBE corresponds to this column. And this is
Right.
a true. So basically we'll get a true here also, sir. So now
Right.
this is our answer for our this is the answer for our whole like string means both of them. So star A star B and ADCB they'll give us a true.
So it can. So you took it as empty string. It could not be an empty string as well, right? It could not
Yes, sir.
represent
If it's not an empty string, sir, so what we'll do is like let's say I consider star as A. So DC I'll call on DCEB and A star B. So basically which corresponds to this column, but it's a false. So sir, I'll just try to call on all the possible options and whichever of them is giving me a true. If any one of them is giving me a true, then basically I have a pattern which will match. So the answer.
Sure. So let's consider this. If you are taking it is an empty sequence, right? So
Yes,
it is removed. Now we have A star B.
Yes, sir.
And we have
ADCEB.
ABCED.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So yeah.
Now let's say if we consider that this is not an empty sequence, it means
Yes,
that
sir.
we are considering this entire string, and how
Okay.
much should we consider here?
Yeah, so that like I will first of in the first case I'll consider this first star as a single first time as an empty string. The second time I'll consider this single star as an A. Okay, and I'll call on A star B and DCEB. Now the third time I'll consider this single star as AD and I'll call on CEB and A star B. So CEB and A star B, sir. That is this column. But none of them is giving me a false. Only the case in which I am considering this star as an empty string and calling on ADCEB and A star B. Because I am considering this star as an empty string, so I am including whole string ADCEB. And and this star is obviously considered as an empty, so I'll move to the next. So this column is giving us a true. So I got a true in the first call itself. I'll put a true in this particular column. And basically, this is our last case. This we got a true, so we don't need to continue and check for other multiple options. So we can directly put a true here and return. And there are cases in which I am considering this star as a single length string, as a double length string, as a for some cases here I consider it as a single and double length strings. Sir, is my idea clear, sir?
Yes. So let's move to the second part. What if there is a question?
Yes, sir, sure. Okay, so sir, I'll start from the bottom.
Yeah, you should.
Like
Wherever you want. So starting from bottom is a bit new to me, so that's why it's taking me some time. But yeah, go ahead.
okay, sir.
Sure.
So, B and B, it's a true, and again EB and B are false. CEB and B are false. The question mark can be considered as an empty character, or
No, it cannot be considered as an
no, it cannot be. Okay, sir. So CEB and B again a false. This is also false, and this is also a false. Okay. So now B and star B. So what I can do here is I have to match it as a single character. So what I'll do is I'll directly call on B, the length of the string will become 0 and the length of a sequence will be still 1. Like I'll be not moving to this column. Let's say there is another condition in our call that if the length of string becomes 0 and the pattern is still remaining, then it's a false only, because star has to be considered as a single character. So in this case, that is B and star B, what I'll do is B will match with the question mark. B will match with the question mark, and I'll move I'll make the next recursive call, which will be empty string and a pattern B. That again is a false. So I'll get a false here. And now let's say EB and question mark B. So E and star will match, and I'll move one step forward in both, which is a true. So this case is a true. RB and EB matches. Now considering the case CEB and question mark B. Again, we have no option. We have to match question mark with a character. So C will match with question mark, and I'll move to the string EB and B, which is again a false. So a false here.
Right.
Now our string is DCEB and star B. So D will match with the question mark, and I'll move to the string CEB and B, which is again a false. So false here. Now again A will match with the question mark, and we'll move to the string DCEB and B, which is again a false. So false. Now moving to this column. So C and B, they don't match, so we can directly put a false here. And E and C, they don't match, so we can put a false here. C and C, they both match, and so we'll directly move to EB and question mark B, which is a true here.
Right.
So this is a true. C question mark B and CEB matches, so true here. Okay, now D and C, they both are different, so directly a false. A and C, again they both are different, so directly a false.
Right.
Okay. So now in case of B and star C hash P, so like star can match B or star can contribute as an empty string. So if star matches B, then our string will become empty and the pattern will be still of length 3. So that's the case as false. And if star denotes an empty string, then P and C question mark B, which is again a false. So now here also EB. So either star can contribute as an empty string. In that case, it would be EB and C question mark B, which is a false. Star can contribute
Got
as
it, got it. You can skip through rest of the part and fill in the one.
I should
Then,
fill it?
yeah.
Yes, just a second.
So, uh, adding to this, I have a request. Would it be possible for you to not use? So, what would be? Let us first discuss what would be the memory and time complexity of this.
So the time complexity in the worst case will be as like the length, multiplication of length of both of them.
And space.
No, yeah, some spaces, sir. This like the same. I mean to n.
You were saying something about time complexity.
Yeah, I thought like if we consider some more cases, like I am considering star as star like multiple star of multiple lengths, then it could
Mm-hmm.
contribute a bit more.
Have you solved
That
this
only
question
I.
before?
Yes, sir. I have seen this type of question.
Okay. Okay. So,
Yeah, I thought. I think it's from lead code, sir. I have solved it somewhere. I
yeah,
don't
it is.
remember,
It is
but I have
certainly from
solved a
me.
very similar question. I think. So.
Yeah, it is certainly from me. So, can we
Okay.
improve upon memory?
Uh,
Sorry, on
Improve
space.
upon
Space.
on space. Okay.
Yes.
Mm,
So, space you mentioned. What was the space complexity you just mentioned?
sir, I mean to end like the
And then
length of
to it.
both of them,
Yes.
like the
So,
DP only.
yes. Can we improve upon space?
Just a second. Let me give it. I'm not having any idea of improving the space here further.
Okay. So let's do one thing.
Okay, sir.
Let's try to implement it.
Okay,
So,
implement this.
yeah, try to implement it. Uh, and while implement it, let me give you a hint. This can be solved by using two arrays, one
Using
dimensional, two one-dimensional arrays.
two
Let's try,
one-dimensional arrays.
let's try to implement the solution and think about if it can be solved using two-dimensional arrays. I give you, uh, I give you the independence of
Okay.
choosing either of the options. Either you can
Like
think
instead
about it.
of DP, I have to use two independent, the two 1D arrays.
So you have, yeah, I mean, you would be doing memorization using two one-D arrays.
Okay, not doing memorization.
You would be doing memorization, but you wouldn't be using a two-dimensional array rather than you would be using two one-dimensional arrays.
Two one-dimensional.
So can you, whatever solution you just proposed to me right now,
Yes, sir.
right? Can you just think about it for let's spend 2 minutes on it, right? We do not
Okay.
have much time. I want to give you some time for coding as well. So I would give you around 15 minutes for coding.
Okay.
Yes, but I want to take 2 minutes of your time and think the solution which you just gave me, can't it be done using two arrays?
Okay. I'll try. Sir,
Yes.
I'm not able to come up with a 2D 1D.
Not a problem. Just implement. Okay, not a problem. Implement the current solution whatever you have.
Implement the current solution as code.
Yeah.
Okay.
You sure you cannot optimize it any further, right?
What's that?
You're sure that you cannot optimize it any further.
No, sir. I'm not
No, no.
sure, but I
What
am
what
not
I
able
mean
to
is,
come up.
yeah. I mean, even if there could be an optimization, you are not currently.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
able to
that's fine.
think
That's
of
fine.
it.
That's fine. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Implement it.
Okay.
Implement it.
I'll try it. Sir, with the whole syntax in whichever language I'm writing.
Yes, correct syntax, a production ready code.
Okay.
So do it in the same with the way you would do it in production.
Okay.
So uh, the which language are you doing it in? C, is it?
No, sir. Java.
Java. Okay. So let me give you the signature. Okay.
Okay.
So for the public only is match. Okay. String pattern.
Good.
This is the method signature, which you'll do.
Sir, I have 15 minutes to implement it.
Yes, 15 minutes.
Okay, sir. Sure.
I'm giving you like more time. But yeah. It's so whenever you are using Google Doc, it's always better to use tab rather than space.
Sorry, sir.
Whenever you are using a Google Doc or something
Okay.
of this sort, it's
Yes,
always
sir.
better to use tab rather than spaces.
Okay.
Faster,
Okay.
it will be faster for you.
Okay. Sure, sir. Keep that in mind. Sir,
Yeah.
I think I'm done with the code.
Cool. So, do you have any questions about the interview
Yeah.
or anything about Google or anything?
Okay. So, like the session is over, sir. Like I can.
Yeah. So it is the question which usually interviewers ask, and then the interview. So if you have any, it's fine. Else we'll move on to feedback.
Okay. Okay. And sir, the okay, I look about the two array approach. Is that related to something like we need only the uh, means answers of the next iteration or next
Yes.
indexes to
Right.
calculate this one? So we can keep two arrays and uh, store
Right.
those in them. Is that
Exactly.
something?
Exactly. I'll I'll discuss that
Okay.
and give you a hint about it. So let me tell you a bit. So let us talk about the positives of this interview. Okay?
Okay, sir.
First, first of all, I really liked the way you went through achieving the question, as in approaching the question. You first told us about the brute force approach. You tried to explain it. It was a bit haphazard, but yeah, you did try. Then you mentioned we can optimize it using memoization. Then you mentioned how memoization can be used,
Yes,
and
sir.
you mentioned how it is working, helping us to optimize our solution as well. So that is a good thing, right?
Yes, sir.
You were talking and you were explaining the solution. And while explaining a solution, if you just follow my cursor here.
Sorry, sir. Your voice is like breaking in between. I wasn't able to hear it properly.
Yeah, sorry, I was saying, could you please follow my cursor?
Yeah, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I really like the way you explained me this entire approach. Honestly, I did not. I haven't come across this approach. So in one more interview, another person used it, but I wasn't very sure that how they are using it,
Okay.
and I think neither were they. So it was pretty refreshing the way you explained it to me. I could understand the solution, right? Most of it except this particular this particular case. But then I got the approach which you were taking later, right? So, and it was really nice the way you optimized it. However, let's come to the things which could have been improved,
Okay.
right? First of
Yes.
all, when you try to implement this method,
Yes, sir.
again try to again please follow my cursor.
Yeah.
So here, when you try to approach this problem,
Yes, sir.
right? What you did was, first of all, you used recursion.
Yes, sir.
That's fine, but then you could have avoided recursion. You could have used iteration.
Iteration.
Because if you notice, the length of pattern here is 2000,
Yes, sir.
and the length of the string here is also 2000 in the constraints,
Hmm. Yeah.
right? It can be. So 2000 into 2000, uh, 20
Go
length,
to the, yeah, 10 power.
40 lengths.
Yes, sir.
So, there 2000 cross 2000. So this recursion may or may not, depending upon
Yes.
on how we are doing it, right? So even if it does, you know, recursion just once, yeah, it
Hmm.
would basically do recursion just once. It will not be new. But still, why
Okay.
to take a risk if there can be a case where it has to keep doing recursion? I don't think
Okay.
it will need. I mean, there was no need for recursion in here,
Okay.
right? We could have done it in using a iterative method.
Iterative method. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that negative, but yeah. Next thing is, uh, I would have I would have hoped that you would have used better variable
Better
names, better variable
variables.
names. Yes.
Okay.
So S and P. I mean, it would have been more clearer if you would have more clear if you would have used string and
String
pattern,
and pattern.
right? Because it's easy to get lost, and it's easy to miss S and P in here while you are doing a recursion,
Yes, sir.
right? And another thing, if you noticed, I assume that you are going to use C,
Yeah.
right? The
Yes.
the the, the reason why I assume that you are going to use C is because you named your variable index underscore S and index underscore.
Uh, uh, okay, sir. Why is
Right?
that?
It's a nitty gritty thing, but
Okay.
in Java we usually do not do variables like this.
Okay.
I'm nitpicking here, but the next thing.
Yes, sir.
So if the character is a question mark, right? So we are doing, okay, that's fine. Mm, if it is, yes. So if I remember it correctly, if it is a
Hmm.
star, we were checking two coordinates.
Hmm. Yes, sir. Like if it's a star, like we'll try to match it with different lengths of string.
Yes, different
So
lengths of
yeah.
strings. So
Yes,
here
sir.
we are doing
Yeah.
for p plus 1.
Yeah. Like here, I considered a star as a zero length.
Yes,
So basically, I didn't match it with any part of S. and I directly ignored it. So I directly called on index p plus 1, like the next index, and the same, keeping the length of s same.
Yeah.
And
So there should
yes,
have been another case here, right?
yes, sir.
Where
Here are the cases. Yes, sir. Here are the cases. I started it from here. Yeah, it's bit clumsy, but yeah, I I take like index considered. I name the variable index considered,
Mhm,
starting from indexes. So now I am iterating it from index considered indexes to length of the string. Like,
mhm,
okay, and I am keeping a variable temp, and I'll be calling recursion. Like here in the like the index of which corresponds to the index of s, I'll be giving index considered. So basically that will say that if like index considered is increasing one by one in this for loop, so we are matching the string with different lengths of s.
yeah.
For example, uh,
Let me
yes,
tell you what exactly you are trying to do.
yeah,
So if you can please follow my cursor again.
yeah,
You are simply trying to check if this or this is true.
simply trying to check.
If this or this is true,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So would this not work?
No, just a second, sir. What I was trying to do is, yeah, I am checking. Like first, I'll consider it as a zero length.
This.
So I'll call on a star b and a d c e b. That will be same, keeping the index of the s same. In the
Yes.
next case, I'll be taking the index of s as considering a single a, and calling on a, no, sorry, like yes, considering the index of, like considering this whole string, like taking the whole string,
Yes.
and calling on, sorry, just a minute, sir. The top down and bottom are bit confused there. Just a second, sir.
Anyway,
Mm,
just consider this.
yeah.
Again, follow my cursor. Think
Okay.
about
Okay.
it uh, later. Right. So what you're basically doing is you're checking if p plus one is true or s plus one is true.
No, sir. I
No. So
just a
okay,
second, sir.
let me again show it to you. Follow my cursor back to the table. So you are checking if this particular part against this is true, which is this,
Yes, yes, sir. I'm checking this one.
or you are checking if this entire thing matches this, which is this, because
No,
this
no, no,
is the
sir.
previous solution.
Okay, sir. Can I just go to the code part once? Just a second, sir. Where you pointed it out.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So I'm not saying what you did here. What I'm saying is what you are trying to explain to me. This is the part which I added.
Okay. Okay. So this is the part you're pointing out. Just a second, sir. Uh,
Think about it. I think
okay.
this is what you mentioned while solving this question. So
Yeah.
since you're already doing memoization, you do not need to check all the variables, as in all the characters. So what you're trying to do here is you are iterating through. So you are checking p plus one,
Yeah.
right? Although it should not be
Yeah.
p plus one, it should just be p, just the pattern, as in sorry, just the pattern here, right? The star which you are checking.
Okay, so the star should also be, I think, sir. But like what I thought while calling this function is, I'll consider star as multiple length of s, which it is matching.
Yes. So
So
go back.
yeah,
So let's come back to the table here.
yes, sir.
So let's say star B
Hmm.
and
Yes, sir.
EB,
Yes,
right? So uh, star B if we consider that star wasn't there,
Yes, sir.
it would be false because it would be EB against B.
B and E. Yes, sir.
If we
Sure.
consider that star is there,
Yes, sir.
it is being considered as a sequence,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Then we say it is just B,
Yeah, sir. But no,
right?
sir. What? Yeah,
Because we
I
can
was.
ignore E here,
Yeah, we can ignore it. Okay.
right? That is, isn't it what you mentioned?
Yes, sir. But I also said that I'll be doing that for EB. Like I'll be considering both E and B and star B. Like for example, star can match multiple lengths, sir. So I'll be considering EB and single B. And in that case, sir, EB, like the length of S will become 0, or we'll say it will, and the length of the pattern will remain 1. So obviously it won't match, so it will return a false. That is our base case, something which I have
Yes,
written it
yes,
on the
yes,
top. Yes,
yes.
sir.
So that is the base case here, right? So
Yeah.
it would be false if we consider star as empty sequence.
Yeah, if we consider star as empty, but also if we consider star as EB both, like taking
Yes.
star as EB both also. Yes,
So if we consider that star is not empty, then
yes,
we
sir.
can ignore E,
Yeah, we can
because
ignore E. Okay.
we can ignore E. So we just need to check. So star matches E. We are sure about
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah,
So does the rest of the sequence match?
yeah. We'll call on that.
We'll
Like
check that. So
that. Yes,
does
sir.
does either of the case uh, is either of the case matching? So is
Yeah.
this or this? Right?
Okay. But sir, I think it will not be true always. We need to check multiple lens, is what I think. Just a
Check,
second, sir. I'll try to find out a case.
check.
Sorry.
So because the point is you have already memorized all the solutions before this,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So if
So
it
we
is true
can.
till this point,
Okay.
then it is true. That is the beauty of memorization. Okay, just check it out,
Okay.
right? So this is one thing which I thought uh, this bit could be improved.
Okay.
Now the next part is if char p equals to char s. Again, you are
Yeah.
checking the diagonally opposite
Yeah.
thing and we're done. So that's one. Now another thing which I wanted to highlight here is I'm forgetting about it. Sorry, I don't about it. Yeah, that's this part is fine. Okay, let's move forward. Uh, Here, your main method, right? Here, what the thing which you have done is you have created a Boolean memoized matrix, right? However, this Boolean uh, is an object, right? Hello, Richard, are you there? Hi, Richard, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Sorry, actually my Wi-Fi got disconnected.
No, not a problem. So where was I? Yeah. So if you notice, just follow my cursor again.
Yes, sir.
So if you notice here, you have used a wrapper class for Boolean.
Uh,
For Boolean,
I
we have
have
used
used
a
a.
wrapper class. A wrapper
What
class.
class, sir?
Wrapper.
Okay,
Wrapper class.
okay. Sir, I'm not familiar with the wrapper,
So
but
a
I
wrapper
think it's
class.
the predefined Boolean class,
So a wrapper
like
class is
defined
this.
in Java.
Yeah. So a wrapper class. I mean, so it is basically a primitive type,
Hmm.
but there has been a class created for it,
Yes, sir.
which is
Yeah.
wrapping around the functionality of the primitive type.
Yes, sir.
Now, this wrapper class can have nulls.
Yes, sir.
However, this boolean cannot.
Yeah, Boolean cannot.
So that is another thing which we missed.
Okay, okay.
So all in all, another thing. So all in all, what I would say is the solution is more or less correct,
Yeah.
but few things could have been improved. Like there could have been a base case. What if the pattern
Yeah.
is empty or the string is empty or the pattern only contains star?
Okay, yeah. Only contains star. Mm-hmm.
We do not need to do all these things. We do not need to
Yes.
even create any matrix,
Yes, sir.
right? So these are the things which could have been improved.
Okay.
Other than that, I mostly like what you did. It was pretty good. Just work on these things which I mentioned. And
Yes, sir. Sure.
for the 2D array thing, for two 1D array things. So if you would have
Yes.
noticed, just follow my cursor again. If you would have
Yes,
noticed
sir.
that you are just checking the previous uh, column,
Okay.
right? You're only checking the previous
Yes.
column, and for the current column, you're checking the previous value
Mhm.
at most,
Yes.
right? Nothing
Yes.
else.
Yeah.
And while calculating these values, you are anyway referring to this.
Yes, sir.
Even for the previous value, while calculating previous value, you're referring this, right?
Yes. Sorry. Just a second. I knew person. Yes, sir.
So you could have done this just with two arrays,
Okay.
right? There is one more way to do it without extra memory.
Okay.
So this is my feedback for you. Do you have any questions?
Uh, yes, sir. I have like I have solved like good amount of questions on DSI, and I've been practicing it for like the past 6 months quite rigorously. But then also sometimes if I encounter some different type of question or something, or
Mm-hmm.
even based on the same concept also, I rush and I move. Like today also I failed to do a question which I think I can easily do, but I was not able to come up with the approach. Even I came up with the approach, I didn't reach the solution, and it happened most of the times, and mostly in online test whichever I give. So I try to improve it by giving online like timed tests.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what's your suggestion on this particular part?
So look,
How?
for specifically for this question, if I talk right, uh,
Yeah.
uh, for dynamic programming questions, it is always better to create a formula. There is always a formula,
Yes, sir.
right? So
Mm.
write it down. Whatever your algorithm is, write it down. Even your base case, as in the basic algorithm, right? In pseudocode or just in a plain language. Try to just write it down,
Okay.
right? And then follow it. Because what happened here, I think, in your follow of your
Good.
asterisk,
Yes, sir.
I think either the the approach you mentioned, I could not understand it, or
Mm.
you were not clear with what is the approach again. I think it is the former part. I did not understand it, but there could be a possibility and keeping that you did not understand what you said, or you did not remember what you said,
Okay.
right? So I would say make sure that you keep that, you have that algorithm with you ready, so that whenever you're implementing it, you know what you're implementing. So it would be faster that, and it happens because you are new to coding, you haven't coded much. I mean, compared to uh, the experienced folks, right? So this thing would happen initially. So make sure that you code enough. You do independent projects and just keep practicing DSA.
Yeah,
It
I have
would
been
it would
pretty consistent on DSA.
I
I'm
want.
solving lead code. Uh, I've done about 600 something questions.
That's good. That's good. Keep doing it. Right. It's fine if you repeat the
Yes, sir.
questions as well.
Yes, sir. I do repeat, sir. At a
Yeah.
particular interval, I do
And
repeat them.
make sure you check the solution provided by other people as well.
Yes.
I mean, it's fine to check others' work. You tend to
Yeah.
get a different approach, different perspective.
Yes.
Right? Like you did it in this way, it was a different perspective for me. It took me some time to grasp, but it was interesting, right? Then I think another case which was this. Uh, it was let me, yeah. So yes. The most important point. The most important point. So you said that you would be starting from below, right? However,
Yes.
what I noticed here is you did not start from below.
No, sir. Actually, I called from up, but the values which will be stored in the memoization will be from below only.
How is that? Explain it to me.
Sir, like it's not.
Okay,
For
so
example,
yeah, tell me.
sir, that's why I think I'm calling this for loop I kept is for that
Can you
condition
take your,
only.
that is
Hello.
only when there is a star, right?
Yeah. So
Then only
basically,
when
sir,
there is an
I'm
asterisk. So if
yes,
there
sir.
is no asterisk in the entire sequence,
Mhm.
right? Let's say,
Okay, yeah.
and
Then
there
it
is no
will get stored directly. Yeah,
yes. So
yeah.
that is the most important thing which I noticed is wrong,
Okay.
right? And your solution breaks it
My solution,
completely.
sir. Sorry.
Your solution
Okay.
breaks because it would not be plus one, it would be minus one, right? And even
Oh,
with minus one, where it fails is it fails at boundary condition. The boundary condition being if say if it is at 0 comma x or x comma 0, right? Let's say if you are, let's say you considered it filling from bottom, right? Even then it fails uh, because again the boundary condition is violated, right? And what you would have to check is you should have checked that you should not be taking the index, the starting index, but the ending index. So the entire thing actually changed here, right? So it is not s index x is equals to length, but index s should have been 0. Are you there? You're on
yes,
mute.
sir. Yes, sir. Sorry. Hello.
Yeah. What was the last thing
Yes,
sorry?
sir.
What was the last thing which you could hear?
Yes, sir. I was no. You were telling me that my solution will break, so I was just explaining that part, sir. For example, if there is a, you were telling that if two characters don't, in the case of star, I'll be calling for loop. But
No, no, no,
for
no,
example,
not star, not star, not star. But
yeah,
what I'm
you were
saying
telling if
is,
there are two characters, then I'll directly keep it as a false, and I'll not check further, like the further
no, 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 no,
combinations.
not that,
Okay,
not that. So
okay,
what I'm saying is, you mentioned that you would be starting filling up your matrix from uh, top down corner,
yeah,
sorry, bottom right corner, right?
yes, sir.
But here in the solution, if you notice,
Hmm.
the index which you're passing is 0, comma 0,
Yes, sir.
right? So you
Yes, sir.
start checking your string
Hmm.
from 0, comma 0,
Yes, sir.
and you start filling your matrix from 0, comma 0,
Hmm. Yes, sir.
right? So it doesn't fit
No,
with.
yeah. So just a second, I'll explain, sir. For example, if there are on the first index, if there are two characters only, if there is not a star, then I can directly keep it as false and return because there is no case in which the solution
Okay,
will match.
let me
If
let
the
me
first two,
let me
yes,
give you an example.
yes, sir.
Follow my concept. Say you have A, and pattern is A,
Yes, sir.
right? So now your index S is 0,
Yes,
your
sir.
index P,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So the first two cases not checked. Then we go to the third case. It's fine. It's not null.
Hmm.
Next, get character S and character P, which are A.
Yes, sir.
Right? We do not go inside this. We do not go inside this. So we say that character P is equals to character S.
Yes, sir.
Now we say that memorization of P in index S is equals to solve for index S plus 1 and P plus 1.
E plus one. Yes, sir.
Okay,
So
so
I'll be,
we. Okay, okay,
I
okay,
move
okay,
to
okay.
the,
Okay. Got it. Right, I got your point. Since we are using memorization, we have to reach there. So this is a bottom-up approach,
yeah.
which you're taking. Okay, fine. Got it. Got it. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, sir.
So this comes to another point which could have been improved is while you were
Yes.
implementing a solution,
Hmm.
right? Make sure you're talking to the interviewer
Okay.
because, like you just saw, I was lost at most of the points,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? And honestly speaking, you lost my attention at mostly while you were implementing the solution.
Okay.
In a real interview, the interviewer would try to give you as much attention as possible, but then there is a lot of chance that he will miss your attention. And you do not want that to happen.
Hmm.
Right? Even if you have less time, make sure that you're talking. Whatever you write, you're talking.
Okay. While
Right?
writing also, yeah,
While
while
writing.
writing the solution also, I should talk and try to explain what I'm doing here.
Yes.
Okay. Sure, sir.
Yes. Yes. So considering that, I'll look at this for loop again, right? Because I could not understand it while you were implementing.
Yeah, sir. Now it will make sense, sir. I think so.
Yes, now it does make sense because now you will be going down to that column
Yeah.
and then moving up.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Right? Yeah, now it makes sense. So yes, so this particular thing, and one another thing is uh, use tabs. So when you used spaces in your
Hmm.
first four lines, I said if you use tabs, it would be better.
So the tab was giving much spacing, so I thought let's use space only because it was
Yeah,
becoming
but
odd.
so now if you see the way you have added spaces, it is not readable.
Okay. Yeah, it is not.
It is not very readable for me.
Yes,
Since you were implementing it, it is readable to you,
yes, sir.
but
Yes,
not to me,
yes, sir.
right? So this thing could have been improved, right?
Yes, sir.
uh, just make sure that you are talking in the interview. So
Mm.
you did an excellent job when you were exploring a solution,
Okay.
right? Excellent job. But you messed up when you were implementing. Certainly, your implementation is not optimal, right?
Mm.
So that's fine. It may not be.
Mm.
The important point is you should communicate even if you are not doing the correct implementation. If you're doing correct implementation, you are communicating good.
Mm.
But even if you're not doing good implementation, correct implementation, but you are communicating, still
Mm.
it's better,
Okay.
right? It's good that still you are communicating your point of view to the interview.
Okay.
Doing a
Perfect.
good, writing a correct solution and not communicating is again not good. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir. I keep that
You
in
need
mind.
to keep communicating. That's the key here, right?
Yes.
The next part is, like I mentioned,
Mm.
variable names, not
Variable name.
not not standard. Right? I'm assuming you have done a bit of code in C and now you're trying to do Java. So
Yes, sir. I have started with C, but now
yeah,
for most of the time, like DSA, I have done it in Java.
yeah. So
But I
it
initially started with C.
it reflects in your code. It totally reflects in your code, right? So uh, uh, read library Java libraries, whatever you have. See what the variable standards they're using. Java is mostly camel case, except classes they are Pascal case. Other than that, it's camel case, right? Follow that, and yeah, like I mentioned in the start, this solution will break for huge inputs,
Yeah. Okay.
right? Because
So
of
do it iteratively will be a better solution.
doing it iteratively would have been a better solution.
Better solution. Okay.
And this recursion would anyway add memory over
Mm.
memory and space over, right?
Yes.
So that is all from my side. Do you have any questions? Any more questions or feedback for me?
Yes. Yes, sir. Sir, have you taken a look at my resume?
I honestly haven't.
Uh,
I plan
the
to I plan to do a I plan to do a drive in future. Not a
mm,
drive, but I plan to send a communication on my LinkedIn profile that I will be doing a resume uh,
review.
review.
Okay.
Check that
Okay.
because
Yes, sir. And just yeah.
yeah, the reason is honestly I get a few requests daily to not daily maybe but every now and then to do resume reviews. So I have kept all of them on hold, so I'll do it at once.
Okay. And sir, and like any suggestion to get the resume shortlisted, like what? Like I have included my, like I don't have much internships to be honest, but I have good projects. I have included my projects in my resume, and I
So
have just
add
one or
so
two.
whatever projects you have, right, make sure that you are adding impact and the problem it solves, rather than filling it up with just technologies,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Rather than mentioning that you used random forestry, just try to mention what problem it solved, the impact it has made or it can make, right? And then a brief about what technology did you use.
Okay.
That is the main part. The person who would be shortlisting your resume doesn't know how difficult or easy random implementation of uh, random forest is. Right? Just giving an example from machine learning project because I see a lot of college students doing machine learning projects. So even if you say that I used I used HTTP2 and WebSockets to solve this problem, blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
Most of the things might not make sense to a
Okay.
recruiter, right? It does make sense because they have been doing it for the living, but not the nitty-gritties of it, not most of the jargons.
Okay.
Try to explain it in common terms, crisp,
Hmm.
right? We add an impact, right? Say what
Okay.
problem it solves and mention and then sprinkle the technology around it.
Hmm.
Any other
Just one
question?
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it was a like a real interview, what do you think would be the result? Like if you were the recruiter, like it's a positive feedback. Like will I just I want to know will be I going to the next round or not? Just
Well, it would totally depend upon the recruiter. I would not have given you a higher, but it would
okay.
certainly have been a leaning higher.
Uh, have been a
Leaning higher. No, it means that uh, you can be hired, but you need some more evaluation.
okay, okay,
So that rests with the recruiter if they want to take you forward or not. Mostly, it's negative. I'll be totally honest with you here.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, sure,
That's
sir.
that's my view. Right? I would not give you any false hope.
Yeah,
But yeah, like I told you, your explanation was fantastic. I really liked it. The first part of the interview was a bliss, right? And then I lost it when you
okay,
implemented.
yeah,
There were certain cracks and devices in your implementation for sure, which
yeah.
can be polished. They can be plastered and polished. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. I'll keep the feedback in your mind and will try to.
Any feedback for me?
No, sir. It was great, sir.
Oh,
Great.
thank you.
So,
Thanks.
thank you,
Thanks a
sir.
lot for your time. Okay. Bye.
Bye, sir.